Okay, hello there guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm here from my full setup. So hello there and hello here. So what I have today is we are going to go to an art prompts generator. So the other day I was looking this up on the internet and I really found it interesting because there are so many art prompts which these can generate. Some of them use AI and some of them have these lists which have been created by other people, and it just mixes and mashes them up. So let's see what we can come up with, and here we go. Okay, so this is artprompts.org, and this is, it says, welcome to the only art prompt generator made just for artists. Choose a category, a prompt, and draw. Let's do that. Now, this series is actually going to be a part of the Sketchbook Saga series. So yeah, we are going to sketch it out, but this time it's going to be full character design sketches and it's going to be digital. Let's see what it, a boy who has made friends with the monster under his bed. Well, I think I know what we can do with that. Let me make one thing clear here. I could have very well done this with a screen recording also, but here I am showing you my whole tablet setup because I don't want you to be limited in any of these drawing techniques, in any of these character designs, to the fact that, oh, I don't have a digital drawing tablet, so I cannot really do this. No, it's just like drawing on paper, you know. I will be working in layers and I'll be just using this digital instrument. You can very well use these concepts, these tips, and the whole process in your traditional art design setups also. So let's go with it. I will go for an A4 600 ppi setup. I think that will be good enough. Yeah, that's good. And with a portrait orientation, and create. And the main elements here are the boy, the monster, and the bed, because obviously the monster is living under the bed. And I think this is the most common fear which every child used to have, like we as children used to have, and even children of today's day and age have it. And in fact, some adults also do. Are you still scared? I know you switch off that light switch and then you run to your bed after that, when you are waking up at 3 a.m. to drink water. So don't tell me you're not scared of the monster under your bed. Okay, so we have the boy, the monster, and the bed. So let's think of something creative. And this is the time when we need to look at reference pictures. Okay, right here we have Pinterest, and I'm going to search for monster under the bed. Ooh, so we have many creepy ones here, but I don't think this is going to match up with our aesthetic. Ooh, a fluffy monster and a little girl jumping on the bed. And once again, it's from a pro artist on ArtStation. You see guys, the good stuff lies there. Okay, so to give you a quick idea of what I'm trying to do here, I've created these 3 thumbnail size boxes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scribble around in these boxes to find out what I really want. You know, creativity runs wild in compositions like these. There's literally no limitation to what you can draw. You are just held back by your imagination. So imagine whatever you want and you can draw it. Yes, obviously you do need to develop the skill to do it, and that's when these come into play. The more images you look at, the more artworks you look at, it's expanding your visual library constantly. And that is what helps you in the long run. So I think I'm happy with this one right here, the middle one. Okay, so having created a thumbnail, I'm really going to quickly drop this rough sketch. Now, if you don't know, Pexels is a very good site if you want royalty-free photos, videos. Okay, so I think we have a reference image which we want to use here. Now remember about foreshortening. Things which are closer to the camera, things which are closer to the viewer, they will seem a bit longer and in proportion to whatever is there at this distance. But things which are farther away, we will seem smaller and shorter. So this is called foreshortening, and we really need to keep that in mind. So this horn right here, this horn is going to be a bit longer and curved towards the outer side, but the horn on the farther side is going to be a bit shorter. So right about till here, and it's going to be curved towards the other side. And he has this big smile. It has to be big. I mean, super big. I know it doesn't look nice to you right now, but it will very, very soon. Okay, so what I'm really doing is I'm inputting these images into my visual library, and I will use these same tones, these same lighting effects in making my monster's fur.
She galvanized me, steady like steel, back on my feet, living for.
Okay, so I have finished with most of the sketching right here, as you can see. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fill in some of the colors, the flat colors especially, the ones which will dictate which layers I'm having. So I have decided on this specific rectangle within my whole illustration that was going to bind all the central elements together, and that is what I have created basically. So instead of that box, what we have here is this whole cone of light sort of filling the room, because in the dark it is going to be a single point source of light. And now it's turn for the monster. So very interesting thing which you can do right here is create a color palette for yourself. Now what I like to do is I go to Adobe Color. Now what Adobe Color has is it has the color wheel and color generators. So as you can see right here, so you have these colors where you get the hex codes for the colors, and you can create analogous, monochromatic, triads, complementary, split, complementary, double split, complementary, square, compound, shades, and even custom palettes. So these are, if you know about the color theory, I will surely make a video on that too. So if you know about color theory, these are basically the different types of, let's say in simple words, formulas you can apply to create sets of colors which go together in your artwork. Alright, so now I have a color palette to work with, and as you can see, this color, the darker one, almost matches up with the color I'm using for my outlines. And obviously I want my outlines to stand out a bit, and yet I don't want them to interfere with the color. See that? So this is sort of a transparent kind of a brush, and what it is really doing is it's allowing me to show through some of the color from the background as well. So as you can see here, I have made most of the fur of this monster, and if you look at it closely, you will find this painterly vibe to it that I have actually drawn it with markers if you look at it. So that is actually the effect which I want to achieve. And in many of the digital artworks which you might look at, one of the most distinguishing features might be that the colors look very flat. But if you're using techniques which you normally would use in traditional art styles and traditional illustrations, such as this hand painterly look almost, because you are doing every brush stroke with your your hands actually. You are working your way through this whole process. That is how you give it a very realistic feel. That is how you get the so-called organic lines, organic brush strokes. And that is one of the main reasons why I love using these techniques.
Why don't you come away?
And I'll create some specular highlights. So what are specular highlights is that they're these really shiny highlights which are created when shiny things, surfaces which are very smooth are creating these bright reflections from the light source.
Some peace of mind. I don't need to be sober for us to be lovers. I don't wanna love anybody like that. I just wanna feel your body like that and tell you things that don't feel like, yeah. In paradise, yeah, kinda like.
Alright, so I think we are done with these two characters as of now, and I think we should focus on the background now. I think the background doesn't really need that much of details, so I'll just quickly go through it. First with the window, the walls, and finally with the bed, the mattress, and the mat beneath.
Gotta let it go. Living on my own, making me strong. Now I wanna show I can hold my own. See how much I grown. Better off alone, baby. I don't let it all.
Okay, so there we have it. Now starting with the prompt, a boy who has made friends with the monster under his bed, we have reached this very illustration. Now this just goes to show that if you're imagining something, if you're taking references from the pictures which are drawn by other artists, if you're amalgamating your ideas into one single composition, you can make anything happen. This is just one of the many videos where I'll go through deeper into the illustration process I follow, and I will give you more insights as we keep drawing. So stay creative, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.